Hello everyone, how are you? We're going to read Libraries Face Sad Chapter by Pete Hamill. I would like you to know the following information that has to do with the story. Have you been in a library before? Remember the smell? Remember the feeling of wanting to read? Public libraries. During the 1800s, large number of immigrants came to the United States. Public libraries played a vital role in the lives of these new immigrants. There they studied American history and government in preparation for citizenship. At the library, their children nourished their imaginations with the world's wonderful stories. Carnegie Libraries. Industrialist Andrew Carnegie contributed to the building of public libraries across the United States. The buildings themselves were built on classical designs with columns and domes. The literary analysis is persuasive essay. It's a short nonfiction work that tries to convince a reader to think or act in a particular way. In a persuasive essay, the author attempts to persuade readers to form an opinion or to take an action. Persuasive essays usually include one or both of the following: appeals to reason, logical arguments based on verifiable evidence such as facts, statistics, or expert testimony. For example, an author attempting to persuade readers to take up bike riding as an alternative transportation might give statistics about how many people ride bikes to school and work, or quote statistics from experts about the health benefits of bike riding. Appeals to emotion. Statements intended to affect listeners' feelings about a subject. These statements often include charged language, words with strong positive or negative associations. For example, an author might talk about the feeling of freedom that comes when riding a bike at full speed, or how much fun it can be to ride bikes together with friends. Reading skill. Persuasive appeals are arguments the author makes. To analyze and evaluate persuasive appeals, identify passages in which the author makes an argument in support of his or her position. Then read those passages to test the author's logic and reasoning. Authors may use logic, emotion, or combination of both to sway the reader. Readers should evaluate whether the author's appeal is valid or convincing. Ask yourself the following questions. Is the author's argument supported by evidence, or is it based on faulty assumptions? Does the author link ideas clearly or make leaps in logic? Is the argument consistent, or is it contradictory? Examine the evidence and reasons the author uses to support his or her claim. For example, if an author uses a fact or statistics, you might question the source of the information. Does it sound convincing? Is it from a reliable or expert source? Use a chart like this one to record your analysis of the author's arguments. Then decide whether the author has made a convincing, persuasive appeal. In Libraries Face Sad Chapter, Pete Hamill describes his memories of using the public library as a child. He explains the importance of the public libraries to generations of new immigrants to New York, as well as to all members of the community. At the time Hamill wrote this essay, New York faced serious financial crisis and forced cutbacks in service. Hamill argues that despite these problems, libraries must be protected. So, are you ready to read? For homework, I'm sending you a persuasive essay worksheet. Answer the questions about Pete Hamill's persuasive essay. Then I'm asking you to write an abstract work. An abstract work is a type of summary. Readers check abstract to see if an essay or article interests them or is relevant to their research. Write an abstract of Libraries Face Sad Chapter. Include the main points and briefly convey supporting details. Be sure your abstract will help those who have not read the essay. I am sending you a How to Write an Abstract document for you to follow. Write 3 paragraphs, write it in Word, and use letter size 14. Alright, have fun!